Okay, as I mentioned, we are going to give you a little brief intro of WebEx and just how to attend this webinar. What you have done so far is you have received your email invitation, you have clicked on the link, and you were launched to the session information page. Now, some folks had a little problem with this. If you do not fill out your username and email address there, we do not know who you are, and therefore we cannot give you credit for attending the webinar. So we are going to have communication from each user who is logged in as call-in user and then a number. We will have to have some communication from you. All right? On this session information page, if you scroll down on the page, you will be able to see the agenda and the course files. Now, if you forgot to download the course handouts before you came into the webinar, then you may revisit the session information page after the course. Just use the same link in your email, revisit this page, and scroll all the way to the bottom and download the course files, which include note-taking pages for each of the slides. You also could add this to your Outlook or Lotus Notes calendar by clicking on the Add to My Calendar button. All right, going back up to the top again, we mentioned the importance of inputting your username, or just your name, and the email address where you received your invite. The session password should have been pre-populated. If it wasn't, the password is in the email, and you may manually type that password in, and then hit the Join Now button, which you obviously all have done to get to this point. The session in progress appears, and then you are now brought over. You'll see that in Windows, you will have a WebEx task on your Windows taskbar, and it's the little blue and green globe. You have already followed the directions to call in or utilize a headset on your computer to join the audio portion of this conference. Now, during the conference, the white window on the left of your screen is where the instructor is going to be sharing the content of the class, and you will notice that there are tabs for each of the items that the instructor will be sharing with you. And on the right-hand side are the panels, and this is the place where I'd like everyone to pay particularly close attention to the panels, because we want you to be able to use these properly. First of all, you can click any one of the tabs across the top to reveal a panel that is hidden. For example, on the screenshot there, the Q&A tab is hidden because it's white. If you click on Q&A, then that will expand the Q&A panel. Also, you may click on the drop-down arrow next to the tabs, choose Manage Panels, and then you will be given a dialog box with all the available panels. If you see a panel that is in gray, that means it's just not available for this session. And the right-hand side of that screen contains your active panels. Then you click OK to save your changes. All right, in addition, you can expand or collapse your panels. And you will see that there, that if you click on the little twisty arrow there, that will collapse an individual panel and give you more space on your screen. Now, Q&A is going to be very important for us. There is a Q&A panel there, and this is where you are going to submit your questions during the class through the panel. Since we have such a large group, we are unable to take questions through the audio component, and we want you to do those through Q&A. I will be acting as the co-host as well as Charlie Lytle, and we will be assisting Maureen in answering the questions as we go through. You will choose who you want to ask, and then you will click on the send button to ask your question. We will also be doing polls or surveys during the class. When Maureen launches a poll or a survey, it will automatically appear over in your panels. You will choose your answers, and then you will click on submit. When that is all done, then Maureen will display the poll results for you all to see how everyone responded. Now, if during this session you get disconnected from the audio session, just a hint on how to get yourself back. You may click on the Session Info tab at any time, which will reveal the dial-in instructions for you once more. Also, you could click on the audio menu and choose Audio Conference, and when you do, this familiar dialog box will appear and allow you to choose your audio call-in options. When it is time to end our session, you may choose File, End Session from the menu, or Leave Training Session rather. And when you do that, a dialog box will pop up. You choose Leave Session, and your browser will launch. First of all, WebEx Corporate would like you to fill out a survey about how the experience was for you. And there will be a second web window or tab in your browser where we need you to fill out a 10-question survey on how this experience was for you. Click Submit, and it will really help us if you do include your first and last name there so we can do certificate of attendance properly, especially for the folks who did not log in with their name to the session. Thank you very much. If you have technical difficulties, you need to call WebEx support, and the number is there. And you can also chat with me, the co-host, and I will be glad to try to help you as best I can.